Hello everybody, it's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader, Thursday night, July the 28th. This is the charts of the day. Now, we covered Boxer shorts for a couple of days now, and you can see the market coming down hard. A lot of those stocks did well, but I want to go over some of the stocks that are acting well during this market decline. That's always the stocks to keep an eye on when it does turn. Acat had a especially good day today. As you can see, this declining top line was gapped up through with big volume of 262,000 for that stock. It's the biggest volume in about a month, second biggest volume in 4 months. So significant enough in that it broke through the recent top and took out the April high. Next target would be the $18 level that was reached back at the spike high in January. And should it get through that, the longer term chart says this could be a stock that trades in the mid-20s and then even low to mid-30s eventually. Big day for XTXI today. I believe on earnings, the stock gapped up across its 21 and 40-day moving averages, 50-day moving averages, and ran from the opening gap at 831, got up to 880, closing just 6 cents off that, up $1.49 today, 20.5%. Now it closed right near the June high, and not that far from lateral price resistance and the top of the channel, but I'd look for some extension over the next day or two to test that 9 and a 40-50 zone. Now, should it get through that, my next target is 10, 10 and a half, 3/4, and then maybe up as high as 12, 12 and a quarter. Big day for CROX. Also, I believe on earnings, the stock jumped 416 or 15.5%, 10.4 million traded, the biggest volume all year. Matter of fact, the biggest volume since September. That was a down day. You can see that the stock has not only met the top of its immediate channel, but also its short-term channel. Now, if it can thrust through here, we can see the stock that spikes up into the mid-30s. For now, though, we'll be happy with the fact that it reached our target around the 31 level. Chinese stock Changu, one of the best acting Chinese stocks out there, up another 96 cents today, 1 point up, $1.96, but nevertheless, still a nice session for it, tagging new all-time post-IPO highs today. And although there is some room to run here up towards the 56.7 range, 55.56 range anyway, at the top of the short-term and intermediate channels. Datalink wanted to show you how this beautiful 4-day flag is setting up. Inside day today, lower volume, good technicals. I'm expecting a pop. If we can get a couple of good days in the market, we can see the stock at 12, 12 and a quarter. Stay tuned on that one. ECYT Endocyte popped 82 cents or almost 7% today on 2.5 million shares. That's the biggest volume all year. Matter of fact, the biggest volume since the company was listed or went public in February. Now, the stock had broken its channel, tested support, had a big reversal day 2 days ago, and it moved back through its moving averages today to test this little mini gap. I'm looking for a test of 14.7580, and if we can get back through that, we could see a stock in the 17-18 range. Gastar was a big star today, jumping 96 cents or 25% on 4 million shares, by far the biggest volume this year. And right up to key triple top resistance here. If we get through this zone, I'd be looking for a test of the 535 area, and then beyond that, a test of this up around 5 3/4. Let's call 5 3/4 our target for GST. Sturm, the gun manufacturer, big explosive move up 382 on 16% on 872,000 shares. That's the biggest volume in a year. Broke out of the top of its channel, the shallower channel that it's shown, and through lateral resistance last week. But today was the big day and thrusted. Now it did back off 2.5 points off its high. It was up at 1 point, almost 6 points, over 6. But nevertheless, could be the breakout that triggers an intermediate up move. Let's look for low and then mid-30s on Sturm. Right now, big pop today up 416 or 14.4%, breaking out of the falling wedge. And a big surge in volume, 2.5 million shares. That's by far the biggest volume we've seen since November, and even higher than that. So the channel, as we've drawn it, calls for a move into the low 40s. That's my next target. On an intermediate basis, short-term target 37, we'll call it. Sino-Global had a big pop last week, pulled back at the end of last week, early this week, stabilized, and then moved back up yesterday about 68 cents, another 68 cents today. Volume increased today, up 12 3/4%. I'm looking for a retest of the highs around 9.915. That's my short-term target. Soda had a big day this morning, jumping up to 74.40, at 1 point up about 8.5 points. Still up 5.75 at the close, or 9%. 2.5 million shares, the best volume on an up day in the last 3-4 weeks. This channel was broken. It looks like it may be headed for a retest of 79.65. Eventually move into the mid to high 80s for soda. And lastly, today is XTXI, which we exited today, albeit a bit potentially prematurely. I wanted to take the profits that we had when we bought it at the end of May here on the breakout. It spent a month consolidating, broke out again, then consolidated again. Finally popped and consolidated before popping one more time. Although I think it could get to 15, maybe 16. I exited today at 14.54. But anyway, this is the chart of the day from the Tech Trader, HB, Harry Boxer. That's it till Monday. You have a nice weekend.